It's Luke here for SimBoxx, joined again by Kieran Farrell. How are you doing, Kieran?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good.
Happy days. I mean, we had quite an extensive chat there off camera, so it feels like we're almost starting all over again. So we'll start with the first and foremost. We've got the show this weekend. It's been said time and time again, it's a cracking show.
Yeah. Look, I said it's better than some TV shows you see. Like, you know, I've seen a few Channel 5 shows and stuff like that, which have not really lived up to the hype of what it should do for TV anyway. And then you've got, and even some Box Nation shows and stuff like that. You know, like, sometimes like these fights are stinkers and stuff like that, but like this card, with the talent it's got on it, it's called New Kids on the Block, and it is definitely the New Kids on the Block. It's like the next gen of Manchester, and buzzing with brothers on it, alongside some top fighters, you know what I mean? Former world champion, IBF world champion, he's not like the New Kid on the Block, but he's there, you know what I mean? Yeah. Babyface assassin, Paul Butler. You got Marcus Morrison, fresh from a WBC international title win over in Italy. Yeah. You got Sam Hyde, who's knocking on the door for the British title at cruiserweight. You got Wicked King making his debut. Ryan Ibbott making his debut, same colliding. Yeah. You've got Conor Lynch, 4-0, George Brennan. It's mate, the cards are packed, you know what I mean? Really good.
So, how did that partnership come about with Joe? You know, because this is the second one now?
Yeah, it's the second one. Like, I'll be honest, we've not even spoke about it, you know what I mean? It just, I'll be honest, like, when you've got two genuine boxing people, it like, things just gel, and I'll be honest, like, Joe asked me to help him out because he was doing Callum Smith over in AJ card in New York when he fought Louise, and we literally met up at the end of May. So there were 3 weeks till the date what we got. It was like June the 15th or something like that. Yeah. And my missus is with me, and she's helping me out. And Joe was like, "I'm gonna do a show here on the 15th." I'm like, "Yeah, but you can't." You know what I mean? He was like, "Yeah, but I'm gonna do a show on it." And he like sort of Joe worked like sort of taking no for an answer. So I went away. Actually, when we just like as we broke off, like I went away thinking like, there was no show, you know what I mean? It was like, I thought we agreed that it was probably impossible to do a show at 3 weeks notice. And obviously you got to sell tickets and stuff like that, so I'm thinking who's available. Obviously I've got a journeyman, I've got prospects, so I thought it might be easy enough to match a few head-to-heads, you know what I mean? Like Ben Thomas, Daryl Sharp. Easier, so like sort of like I mean, they've sparred millions around before. Yeah. And
it was an intriguing battle. You know, when I seen it on the bill, I was like, this is...
Yeah, you know what, mate? Like, to be fair, the lads are always up for a challenge, and you know, like the fact the spars they've had in here, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was good, like, and it lived up to it, you know what I mean? And it was entertaining. Obviously, Stephen Smith, for me to get Stephen Smith on a bill anyway, I was buzzing like two-time world title challenger and stuff like that. And, I put him on there, Joe put him on and said, get him an opponent. I'm like thinking, like, you've got all these Spanish people telling me they want $4.5 grand, they want this, they want that, and then I'm like, I ended up sorting it out with Jamie Quinn and getting that deal struck, and it ended up working out. I mean, I know that I don't want to go into the financial situation with it, but Joe probably lost money on that show, but it was like, we got it up and running, you know what I mean? Whereas this time we've had a bit more, it's had a lot of hype this time. We've had a good length promoting it, and I think it's looking like, you know, I know Nathan sold 100 tickets, you know what I mean? He's done 100 tickets, so and the tickets are cheap. That's another thing, like, you know, you do cheaper tickets, stuff like that, for it to work out, you know, but we're going to get there, you know what I mean? Like, Joe said to me on a phone call, not only last week, he said, look, dream big, let's do the MN Arena. I'm like, this is my dream. The MN Arena would be my dream. I was doing this promoting thing, and that, it's got to be the dream to do the MN Arena. Now, I know that he's got the fighters for it. I know that I've got the undercard fighters for it. I know I've got the knowledge to do it. I know that he's got the knowledge at the high level, you know what I mean? So let's use both our brains. It gels well. Two boxing people are gelling well anyway, you know what I mean? There's no argument. It's just done, you know what I mean? There's no argument with it, you know. Like I said, I get on with Joe. A lot of people told me in the past, he said, no, but it's this, that, and I'll be honest, he's the most genuine person I've ever met, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I spoke to him. He was one of the, maybe the second or third clip that I managed to get down at the press conference for Liam Smith, and it was more than You know, happy to chat. You know,
Yeah.
it was on my mobile phone, pulled up my mobile phone, and
Yeah.
you know, it was mentioned about Lee Smith, Tasha Jones,
Yeah.
and obviously it was before the Lomachenko fight. You know, it sound really open, didn't hold back.
Yeah.
So like you say, when you find another person.
I'll be honest, he messaged me at 12:30 at night at 1 in the morning, and he doesn't realise that I'm going to be open, I'm going to be replying back, because I think that he's used to people not replying back, and then I'm like, boom, firing back, because I'm up at that time, because I'm just exactly the same as him. I'm up there, my brain doesn't switch off. I come from the gym, it's like 9:30, 10 PM sometimes, even 11 o'clock, come back from the gym, and it's hard to switch off, you know what I mean? Because all I'm thinking about is like, I've got to make this match, I've got to do, I've got to contact that person, I've got to text that person, I've got to emails, and we're doing it all, and like I say, Amy's a massive help, she'll help me out with a lot of it, but then there's certain things what I've got to do, like with the phone, and I got to get, it's the boxing side of things what I'm really good at, and I've got contact with like everyone, you know what I mean? So it makes it a bit easier.
Definitely. I mean, we've not really spoke since May, the Unfinished Business card. And in that time frame, there seems to have been a million and one things that have happened that we could chat about. So we just pick out a few. I mean, the big one, Nathan, making his debut on the next gen card.
Look, I'll be honest.
See it on your face.
The 6th of July got cancelled, and that was on the day of my wedding, so look, I'm forgetting the date. It's 28th of June, they cancelled that show. And they rang me at the wedding, I'm like, shit, the wedding's gone, the wedding's off, you know what I mean? No, really. I just got married and that, I was outside for photos and that, I'm like, look, kids' match room, I gotta take this call, you know what I mean? So I take the call, and my face drops like that, and he's like, what's up? I'm like, and then Nathan looks at me like, it was a bit of bad news, you know what I mean? Look, he's off the card and that. Or the card got cancelled, sorry, both lads, Khalil as well. And as it was, I actually got offered BT Sport for Ultimate Boxer for Khalil and for Nathan. Obviously, Khalil didn't want to miss the date, jumped at the chance, he got the live slot as well, which was perfect. He wanted the live slot, he got good broadcasting out, good performance against good tough guy. And Nathan was like, look, I've been talking about Sky Sports to everyone, and I feel like a bit of a muppet if it don't happen. And I'm like, I know what name, but it's BT Sport, it's a live slot. He's like, no, cares. I've got something in my feeling like, what, that's gonna come good. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, but I just don't want my brother to miss out, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, but you know, with this, you know, anyway, as it is, Paul already said to me from that room, look, I'm gonna try my best to get him on, and as it was, he did, and I'm buzzing, you know what I mean? Eddie Earn gave him the chance to box on that show. It was full up, you know what I mean? And he got him on, you know what I mean? Fair play to him, fair play to him, all at that room for doing that. And what a top performance, mate. And it was I was wanting him to step out first gear, but then from his own reason being, he's been out of the ring for 10 years. He didn't want to step out first gear, wanted to keep it comfortable. He looked slick, he looked good. Got a job done, he wobbled him a couple of times, and happy days, mate. We're going to the next one, and like I say, we'll see more of Nathan on Sunday. And I know, just doing the training with him just before, I don't know if you caught any of it, but he's fast and sharp.
Oh, definitely. I mean, something that you mentioned when it's come to fighters that have pulled out in the past when you've had stuff lined up, and we're a bit like, you know, is it genuine injuries or these guys see the footage? Because, geez, like we were saying before, is that super lightweight, isn't it?
I'll be honest. How he makes the weight is unreal. I don't even know. He's massive. His arms and his shoulders are massive. His legs are not small, they're big, you know what I mean? So and when I think to myself, I was sort of over around that way, you know what I mean? It towers over me, physically as well. And he's looking really good, mate. And I've been texting people, promoters, if you've got any away fighters for this fight, 10 stone free, can we make it happen? I got a text from one of the busiest matchmakers in the UK, said, listen, the word on the street is that it's shit hot,
Right, okay.
No, none of the usuals want to know it. They don't want to know it, mate, and I know why. Because they don't want to get 28 days. Why risk 28 days when they want to get paid? You know what I mean? So if they want to fight Nathan's got to put we've got to sort of put $4,000, and it's it's a bit expensive. You know what I mean? Just to get $400. This is where the big promoters come into play. See, Matchroom Sports. obviously it's a massive thing. They've signed $1 billion contract. They've got the money to put that money up front for his opponents because these guys don't want to fight him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have to fly somebody in from Hungary.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's a bit of a joke to be fair. You know, they won't fight.
It was like it was almost like a gift and a curse. You know, like I mentioned to Nate that sometimes it's almost like you want to take a step backwards, take your foot off the pedal a little bit, just to give them almost like a false sense of hope.
I always say sometimes even in the fights, I'm like, look, don't show them everything. And I'll be honest, from me, even my own fights and learning, because I was a bit of a psychopath, used to go in, all guns blazing, and all the journeymen used to say like, when they knew they were fighting me, it was like, just close up the shop because you know that he's going to come and throw a million punches at you and smash you, so we'll just close up shop and just move away, you know what I mean? So it was sort of like, you start tricking them, it's that false sense of security to open up a little bit, you know what I mean?
You know, mentioning matching, I've seen a clip, might even been on your page, with Eddie, where you mentions it must be a really big pat on the back.
The thing is that I know that people speak very highly of me in boxing. I know there's a few people who speak very low of me in boxing, but there's a lot of people who speak very highly of me, and I know that these people are talking like the way Eddie spoke on that video, but for Eddie to come out and say it on a video and for it to go all over, for everyone to see it with their eyes, it was like, they was like, oh my god, you've made it, Eddie, and saying this is doing that for you, you know what I mean? And this, that, the other, I'm like, yeah, but I knew this was happening anyway, in the back. I know that people speak good about me, but it's sort of like, it's just nice for it to be seen and broadcasted out there so everyone can sort of see the way people like Eddie are speaking about me and my brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you, like say you have someone on that platform, and you have like the people that aren't into your everyday boxing, they just know the bigger names like Eddie or like Anthony Joshua. So when they see someone like that, it's almost like his word carries a bit of extra weight.
Well it's 100% because like it's like that sort of celebrity status thing, you know what I mean? Like you might not know, like it's mad actually. It's like I always say, are you into boxing? I'm like, yeah, sort of like boxing, but they don't know like you're Andy Crawler, and they're like, well, how do you not know Andy Crawler? He's from Manchester, a legend, you know what I mean? And they're like, no, I know Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean? Because that's the sort of celebrity thing about it as well, you know what I mean? So
but it's almost like a give and take because obviously, like you know yourself as a promoter, manager, and trainer, those are also the guys that will bring in the money. That's a casual market that you tap into. That might only come around for the bigger fights. So when you say you've got the matchroom cards to be a part of, so it's almost like a gift and a curse with those guys. You know, going back to your own stable, can't help but notice again on your social media, you're making a few new signings recently.
Yeah, look, all it is with boxing it just doesn't stop, you know what I mean? Like, any tragedy happens and that, but that's like sort of like, it sounds bad, but it's gone on a weekend and Monday, like, this is what like, we spoke about, me and Calgary spoke about it actually, and on Monday, this is our life, you know what I mean? So I've got to provide for my kids, you know what I mean? So I can't just go off this and not into this anymore, you know what I mean? So we sort of got to go back to the drawing board, like, you know what I mean? And it's actually pretty sad really, you know what I mean? But it's just the way the world works, you know what I mean? But like the signings in the stable and stuff like that, like, because like I say, it's always ongoing, it never stops. Like, it doesn't matter if they're a journeyman or they're a prospect. Obviously, with the training side of things now, I find myself training more prospects than it started at the start of the year, because at the start of the year, like, I had a meeting with Jed Mason, Martian Group, who's like, he sponsors me, but he's like my mentor.
Right, okay.
And anything he says to me is
carries weight.
Carries a lot of weight, mate. And he told me like, don't be jack of all trades, be promoter or manager or trainer. And I'm like, see, with Joe Gallagher, he's like sort of manager trainer, and then he started the promoted the game now, you know what I mean? I've had a good bit to go to promoting the managing the training, and never ever put no effort into it. I didn't put no effort into it. The reason being is because I think I'm 29, don't want sore elbows, don't want sore wrists, people smashing my hands in, you know what I mean? So that's where I always come from with it. But then I started like I got into it. The reason being is because Conor Lynch at the start of the year he was training with Nathan for his last fight, or his second fight, and then when it comes to January, he didn't have anyone to train him for his fight. I'm like, come on, just get on the ring. I thought, come on, just do it, let's do it. And then I did it, and he sparred Danny Craven, and he caught Danny Craven with some shots. I'm like, we've only done a few pad sessions, and that's what I showed him.
Right, okay.
It was a step off. It was a check left hook. It was a check left hook, and he caught him with it numerous times. I'm like, what? This is good, this, you know what I mean? And I loved it, mate. I enjoyed it, mate. I really enjoyed it. Just seeing that, and even the other day, we were the same again with our Nathan. He was doing a little text bar, just steps off the side, and he comes straight back in though. I'm like, we've been doing that in the pads, you know what I mean? Every time he steps off the hook, he's been coming back in with a jab right. So I've been pretty chuffed with it, how it's all been going with the training. Obviously, my brother, I love training my brother. I know like he's an animal like me. He's just, now he's doing his boxing, he's obsessed with it. It's like me, when I start doing some fishing, I'll get out of a pole or everything, you know what I mean? And I get well into it, you know what I mean? Whereas with the boxing, I know like my brother's bang at it, you know what I mean? I have to question whether he's done his, well, he's doing it, you know what I mean? He's doing it all, you know. And, so the stable I've got at the minute, well, Khalil Majid, you know what I mean? Top talent, you know what I mean? Top talent, fast, massive for the weight.
It just feels with Khalil sometimes that he's, as much as he had the TV date last time, he's on the verge.
Well, you know, watch him. Yeah, you know what? Like I say, he's got a massive following, which is always a helpful thing, especially with the promoting side. Because I learned that side of things as well. If you've got a big following, you've got a bargaining to land. We're going to continue to build him up. I said to the Bolton newspaper, the big promoters going to come knocking. The big promoters come knocking. True Massmaker, we put Khalil and Nathan on the show in July, and then obviously it fell through. We couldn't get him on. We got on the BT Sport, got his live show. It's another big show coming up for him. No details as of yet, but it's coming, mate. It's coming in next 3 or 4 weeks or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's another big one for Khalil. And like I say, all the lads in the gym at the minute, and it's weird actually. Like now Nathan's 140, Connor's 140, Khalil's 140. You know what I mean? There's all these guys there looking about, and they're all similar weight. It's good, mate. You know what I mean? Like I say, let's be fair. I don't do a lot of in-house sparring with them. Like I'd rather because we learn stuff. They do a bit of tech sparring and that, but they listen. I don't want knocking holes out of each other. It's not good for the gym, mate. You know what I mean? So, but them practicing stuff with each other, it's helpful, mate. You know what I mean? And and it's like a vibe. I see like the old Colliers and Boston with like your Thomas McDonough's, your Robin Reeds, and your Reece Roberts, and your Scott Quigg, all them guys, Mike Jennings, all them guys, Matty Orr, sorry, I can't miss them all out. All them guys used to go and help and watch and buy each other, buy tickets from each other. This is what's happening with mine now. Like Nathan's coming watching Khalil, Connor's coming up watching Khalil, and then the same is Khalil and Connor coming watching Nathan, and that's
like one big family.
And this is what I'm trying to promote a little bit as well, because all it is it's easy to say, I can't make that, you know what I mean, or whatever. I'm obviously there all the time anyway, because I'm training them all like that, but I like that family atmosphere where they promote, they're helping each other, because they are like I say, it's like these different quotes and stuff like that, and like you always see about people with everyone's got a busy lifestyle and stuff like that, but sometimes you can put things aside and go and support, and you know what, it might cost you 40 quid for a ticket, but it's 40 quid well spent because you've given them that guy that support, and you know what I mean, and that's what it's about,
That's it, every boxer's aiming, for as far as they can go. And I mean, you see things like the matchroom shows, for instance. They're not even just the biggest of shows, but you see Callum Smith fighting, and his brothers are always in the front row, and then you see other members of the team. They all come out. Brothers there for all the fights. Sam Hyde comes out.
Even when Marcus Morrison fought over in Italy, I've seen a lot of the Gallagher boys over there. You know what I mean?
And you say you're trying to promote that in house on every level of the game. It can only be a good thing.
Yeah, 100%. It's good.
We've got to touch on, and I wanted to mention him. He's come up in conversation already. Darryl Sharp. This guy amazes me. We'll have to sit down with him one day. Tough as old boots, man. And I was looking at his record. He's fought 15 times already this year. And then I watched him against Ben Thompson. He just knows every little trick in the book.
You know what? It's like I say, we did. we used to do like a social media night in the gym, yeah. And it was like, we had the lights, we had a DJ, we had like, we broadcast it actually, I had it on the phone like that, and I did it, but I got 4,000 views in an hour. Yeah, really good, mate. And, on Facebook, live on Facebook, and it was like just pad working out, you know, like a public workout, but on live on Facebook. And when we did that, I got Daryl in, because like, Daryl's like my guy, you know what I mean? I'm always like, oh, come on, dance, come on, let's like, he thinks like it's not for him. I'm like, bro, anything what I do is for you, you know what I mean? So if you want to come and do a public workout, bro, you're invited, you know what I mean? So I wanted him to come and do it, so anyway, I did it. And a lot of people are like, fucking hell, he's that guy, he looks like Cole, like, you know, with ball then, and he's like, he's so like, compact, and he's got his ball then, he's got his banging that jab in, and he's like, he only threw, like, he literally like throws a jab and a 1-2, and it's solid. And I've got all these other guys doing this fasting and all shit, this fucking flashy shit, and Daryl looked the best. Like, and that, what if you asked for the record, like at the time probably like 3:27 or something, stuff like that. It's mad because you think, wow, it's just like, this is just boxing, mate, you know what I mean? Daryl has chose to do a different path to the other lads. Doesn't make him any worse or like, his record might not look good. But everyone knows on the circuit. Everybody knows it's like, it's hard to get the fight. What's fighting at light heavyweight for now, you know what I mean? Because he can't get a fight at middleweight. He couldn't get a fight at light middleweight, he couldn't get a fight at middleweight, but he won the heavyweight title, and he couldn't get a fight at super middleweight. So now he has to fight at light heavyweight. It's a bit of a joke because he's not a light heavyweight, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I mean? We'll just deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, when I got into the social media side of things, you know, and started researching more in depth than what I usually would, you know, I found a lot more respect for journeymen and the away fighters. You know, I spoke to Curtis Gargano before now, and Ryan Hibbert, he's about to join that kind of journey. And yeah, there's just a lot of respect there.
You know what, mate? I never understood it. Jason McClory, and he was telling you this himself, he rang me when I first opened the gym, yeah. I just got my trainers, like British Board trainers license, and I have to get my amateurs and all that. I got my trainers, I don't know why I got it, I just got it. I don't know what it was, but like the law of attraction a little bit, I just got it, I didn't try and do it, I just sort of happened, you know what I mean? I went like, got my trainers, trainers, like, any pros and just that over, and I did it. Anyway, Jason McClory rings me, it's the same day, like, Kieran, I've got David Price's cousin, so Big David Price, his cousin, I think we call it Danny Price from Wales or something like that, and he's looking to turn over, and he's like, he's not a superstar by any means, he's that the other, he's not. I'm like, listen, don't ring me and tell me to train a journeyman because I'm beyond that. I told him, I train no journeyman, me. And then I think to myself, right, then I remember ringing him, apologising, and go, you know what, sorry, I'm so fucking sorry about that, because all it is these journeymen have got so much utmost respect, because all it is I'm out there with them all. I was like, hold on, I haven't got no ego. I'll go and do the corner, don't bother me, you know what I mean? I went to Kent on Saturday with Pinhead and Neil Rawlinson, 5 hours there. So I got in here at 7 in the morning, I was in the gym till 7:30, he picked me up at 10:30, set off there, we got there at 4:30, so 4:30, 5.5 hour drive down, a few breaks. Got down there, he boxed there, was there 5 hours, half an hour we got out there, he lost on points, that's what he's there to do. People don't understand it, lose, it's a bit of a wasted trip, I'm like, no, it's not, you got paid. That's what he's there for.
That's his job,
you know what I mean? He's there to get paid, he's got his money, everyone's happy. 5 hour drive home, back at 3 in the morning. People don't see that stuff, you know what I mean? People don't see that stuff, and that stuff makes me, I'm glad that I've done it, because I'll be honest, mate, that was a phone call to John, that, you know, obviously John Donaghy, rest in peace.
Big time.
That was who would be ringing, I'm like, John, I can't really make it there, you know what I mean? You alright to take pin? And John would have said, not without a doubt, mate, I'll come down there, you know what I mean? Don't worry about it, you know what I mean? And it sort of stuff like that, that's where, like, over the last couple of weeks, it's sort of like, even though it's only fresh, it's only been a couple of weeks, it's been like, God, what a guy we're missing, you know what I mean?
I'll just take a second there, and just say, rest in peace, John. Great guy. You know, I wish him all the best for that, and you know, the team. So if we just go back to we was chatting there, you know, just to finish up, we mentioned earlier, you know, you have so much going on since the last time we spoke. What's the plan going forward? What do you see going for Kieran Farrell and the promotional team?
Well, I've got the Ultimate Alliance show there, which I'm excited about. Like I say, it's been swept under the carpet a little bit because of everything what we've had going on, and it's not sort of like, it's all good, you know what I mean? It's like I've got I've got a plate full of food and it's all good food, don't we? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm busy with it all. We've got the Ultimate Alliance show. Got Joe's show on Sunday. What we're co-promoting. Got to get that done, mate. You know. Once I can say like it's like mad because you look forward to this stuff, but as when you're doing it, you just want to see the back of it. You know what I mean? So you think you can like it's like a fighter looks forward to the fight. I used to enjoy the fight. A lot of fighters enjoy the glory after it. You know what I mean? I was more like the guy who enjoyed the fight. You know what I mean? On this one now, I actually sympathise with the guys who like the glory because I can't wait till the show's done. Because then the glory comes. You know what I mean? It's thank you for that. God, we got another one. We're more experienced again. We've done this. We've done that. We dealt with this. We dealt with that. That situation, all different situations we have to deal with on the lead up to these shows. And then we've got the Ultimate Alliance, October. I'm not looking at doing a show before Christmas.
Right.
The reason being, well, you know what, I'll be honest, I might do in a different area. Because I've signed a few kids up, like I say, Blackpool area, stuff like that. So maybe, I don't know, I might put a show on up that way. We spoke about it today. We're not making no plans.
Make sure you give SimBoxx a shout.
Yeah, 100%. We've done a show in Blackpool before actually at the Hilton Hotel, and it like sort of like it was a bit doomed. We had a little on. We had Bill Hodgson on. We had Dylan Moran, Lee Clayton, and what happened is Bill Moran is from Waterford. Lee Clayton's from Haywood. Bill Hodgson's from Preston, and Adam Miller's from Blackpool. Adam Miller dropped out his medicals, and Bill Hodgson dropped out his medicals, so I've got 2 fights, but the lads, he still sold the tickets. And I'm like, it's going to have to go. And all it was because I did it in association with Neil Marsh. Neil Marsh has got other people who he's paying.
Okay.
So, and actually Neil Marsh actually put money into the show, and he kept that money into the show. So I took me out to Neil, and he's a good friend, Neil, you know what I mean? I like him, he's a top guy. And he's a good manager, he's managing Robbie Davies and Zach Parker and that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but anyway, David Avanesian as well. The European champion now, isn't he? And what's he called? So
I think fight with Josh Kelly and Avanesian.
Yeah, I know, mate, that should happen, that, mate, you know what I mean? That should be happening, that. I don't know how that got swept under the carpet either, because that should be happening, because of what happened last time, it should be happening, that, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, so I did that show, and I took a hit at Christmas time, at December, I took a hit, financial time, like I say, I was on my arse, 2017 this, and November I had a show, I lost a few £100. October, I had to cancel a show in Ireland, I lost money there. That was because ticket sales, this, that, the other, injuries, deposits lost, flights lost, can't get money back, hotels lost, you know what I mean? So it all cost me a few grand. In total, I made money in September, lost money in October, November, and lost money in December on that show in Blackpool, but I'm getting about in a scruffy little tracksuit. Who's this top promoter with the scruffy little tracksuit, you know what I mean? And my little trains with holes in and that. And I'm trying my best, and that's when the meeting with Jed come about. I was like, look, and I said, look, I know how to make money, Jed, I know how to do it. I've seen it, I've physically made good money on the show before. At the start of the year, things I've not let slip. I'm not carried away thinking that I'm eating Domino's for the rest of my life, thinking that this is it, I've made it, because I didn't. All that happened is medical issues, this, that, the other, different certain stuff what you couldn't be responsible for, and them circumstances that I've dealt with now, so I've learned like different things what you can do and you can't do, and I've learned all that, and it's all been a learning curve, and even 2018 I've done really well with the shows. And it's all a learning curve for 2019. 2019, like I say, with the shows, I've had the top show at the start of March the 2nd. The one you was at in May was a top little show, and I threw that together. I said, like, 7 week notice, boom, let's do it. I wanted Dylan Evans a fight because Crawler's managing him, and they've asked me. So I would be responsible to get him out, so I did, and I wasn't.
That was a cracking little
top fight. And I said, with the Mike Urban fight.
Definitely, it's one of the, like I said, one of the first cards that we covered. So I watched that from ringside, and I was like, you know what, if this is what covering small hall entails, sign me up. And a Tamboo with a knockout as well. Cracking card.
And from there, like I say, even the last show at the Village Hotel with the Rocky theme and all that. Then we thought we'd go with the Ultimate Alliance. We've got like a sort of superhero theme going on. Hey, it's gonna be good on the night, though.
Yeah, look forward to it. I mean, the fight poster is like nothing you've ever seen.
Unreal, mate, unreal. Yeah. And you know what? I seen a vision of that. I had the vision of that. I seen it. I seen what fight posing does. I thought, wow, this guy. I thought it's different.
Yeah.
I want to be different. I don't want to be the same as. I don't want the same as every other promoter. I'm different. I've always been different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even we're having a conversation in bed the other night, like I'm a weirdo. You know what I mean? I'm a weirdo. The stuff you hear me talk about, man. Like I'm a weirdo. So I know you're a weirdo. Like, but sometimes I start thinking of it. Is it a bad thing? And I'm like, I don't see eye to eye with like many people. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's weird because it actually get on with Joe Gallagher. You know what I mean?
Right, okay.
We see eye to eye. You know what I mean? About everything, pretty much everything there. But there's a lot of like things I'm like, I can't understand it, I can't understand it, and I'm just the opposite, and I think that, but that's a good thing for what I'm doing with my promoting, my managing my fighters. Like, look, people used to say, oh, he's crazy, whatever, he's put him in this fight and that fight. Look, this fight's what I've learned from. Some fights what we didn't have to take. George Brennan fought Lewis Norman, former English flyweight champion. Yeah. In his 5th fight, why do that? I don't have a clue. Yeah. You know what I mean? We just fought. Like, look, me and George were both on the same thing there. Like, look, you can beat it. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't beat him. You know what I mean? It was out-hustled by an experienced campaigner. That's all that happened. Yeah. It was a young 19-year-old kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? He got beat. Simple as that. But it's not the end of his career because look where he's gone on to. You know what I mean? I know he's 9-3-1 now, yeah, and people don't see it. And I think to myself, it wouldn't make any difference now if you were 13-0 or 9-3-1.
No, the experience that he's got.
If he's 13-0 and he's fought 13 4-rounders or 13 4s and a few 6s against journeymen who aren't doing anything, then
he's not progressing.
He might think he's progressing because he's 13, but he's not. Whereas 9-3-1 now, and we've tested him with a 10-rounder, he's had an 8-rounder, he's been beat off Brett Feedon and beat him in a rematch. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and there's certain styles he fought Ricky Stark, and Ricky Stark is a mess. He just comes in with his head. Yeah. It was like he was as raw, finishing as raw now. I said to George, you won that, bro. In my opinion, you won the fight. We brush it aside now. We go on, we move on. We don't go back to that. We don't need to redo that fight because it's done. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's done. He won the fight. You know what I mean? So, like I say, mate, look, people might say I'm a bit crazy for some of the stuff I have done, but I'm learning. I'm learning this and what I'm doing. I'm 29 years old. I've not been doing this for 40 years like Bob or whatever.
Like you say, if you look back at the shows that you have put on and things that are gradually progressing. So if you look at the story from 2017 and then you look back in 2018 and then you see how things have flourished in 2019, it just makes you think what's coming in 2020, 2021.
Yeah, and you think, when I think about my old life, for instance, in 2008, boxing for England on my birthday, age 18, boxing for England, got my England vest, like boom, done, I'm going pro, you know what I mean? Yeah. Then I started sparring Chris Edwards, he's died as well now. Chris Edwards, beats Chris Edwards, former British champion, top fighter, really good fighter. And I was sparring with Chris Edwards 6 and 8 rounds before his debut, before he won a British title, the day before I had my pro debut. And I'm like, look, I'm going places, and then I'm looking at my whole career and like how fast I went up there and how quick it went from there. How quick, like, obviously. I'm with ego, mate, and I'm still the same now, you know what I mean? I want everything now, and I've got an attitude in life. The British Empire medal from the Queen, that was the law of attraction, mate. I swear down, I was like, what can I do now? I've had a boxing career. I've sort of like, I can't do any boxing anymore. I want to stay involved in the boxing. Yeah. What can I do? Well, I'm sort of really good at training these kids and that. The behavioural schools are ringing me all the time. I'm doing loads of work with them and that. I might be pretty dope if I could get a British Empire medal. It was like an MBE, or it'd be good if you could get any recognition from the Queen. Anyway, I get contacted, they say, look, we're going to put the application in front. The application goes to 7 places through. It's like you have to go through like 8 different places. It went through 7 and it got knocked back then. And then the year later, put it through again, and it got through, and I'm like, wow. I got a medal from the Queen, you know what I mean? Like, it's mad, you know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was like the law of attraction, my hard work paid off and that. Then I'm just like, sort of like, I don't know what I really want to do. And he's like, why are you promoting? I'm like, because you don't understand, you need to take that one with the boy, did this, you know what I mean? So, you know, you can do it, you can do it, and all that. I'm like, no, you don't understand, you know, trying to rhyme about it, like, and like.
An excuse for everything.
Yeah. And then Joe Alford rings me up, gives me some advice and that. Joe Alford who I fought for the area title. And after knocking those out, we're actually real good friends now, you know what I mean? And it was at my show on Saturday in Kent and stuff like that. He makes a trip to come to mine, I make a trip to come to down to his. We've got work together, like, you got his prospects, my journeyman, his journeyman, my prospects, like, it works, you know what I mean? So, like I say, yeah, just like I say, I mean, going forward, to the answer to the question, going forward, is like just keep progressing, mate, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, I'm enjoying my life, I'm enjoying everything I do. Make sure I put more family time in, obviously, with certain circumstances and events happening, with like the passing of my good friend John Donaghy. That has made me sit up and take notice a little bit. Like, okay, me and John had these conversations every week, mate, about how we're gonna do this, how we're gonna do that, and like it just feels so cruel that it's been taken away from us, mate. You know what I mean? Like I say, and it's fresh because I've been going to my phone to text him, going to my phone to ring him. It's like, wow, like I say, we should have been together on Saturday. You know what I mean? And it just didn't happen. You know what I mean? So
it's almost like it's. From what I can see, from what you pick up on, it's almost like you're more grateful for like, you know, you lose somebody like that. You're more grateful for what you do have.
And sort of like it's made me a bit less stingy. Like, because in the past, like, I know that I've got somebody there beside her out, and I'm like, oh, we can't do it. You can skin this with you, like, no, I'm not skinning. There's somebody there. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And I thought, so I made a booked Amy to go, me and Amy to go Milan for a birthday in November. That's after the big cards come about and that, so nice little weekend with Amy for a birthday. Brilliant. And stuff like that you remember, mate, you know what I mean? So like, I think it's well worth doing. Like, we went shopping today, got some bits and that. And I'm not saying we're all about money, it's about time, mate. It's about the time spent. Me and Amy went today, it was really funny, like, we made a joke about, it's like, I said something and she said something back and it was piss funny, and sort of like them days I remember, the days when I remember when myself was there, we had that laugh, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So that was, like, you know, like I say, it's that about that time you spend with each other, and like I say, the kids, I want to do something nice at Christmas time, you know what I mean? Different things, mate, like I say, just about spending that time with your family is like, family's the most important thing, mate, and, but with the boxing thing, mate, look, this is like the boxing is a family as well, you know what I mean, and that's part of the whole family, you know what I mean. I wouldn't be Kieran Farrell if I wasn't boxing, you know what I mean. So this is part of my whole life, really, you know what I mean. Oh yeah, it's all going in a good direction. The answer to the question is we're just going for it, mate. We want we want Dazza, mate. We want Billy and Tom back, you know what I mean. We want the Evian Arena full up, you know what I mean. We've got a dream big, mate.
Definitely. Well, to be honest, Kieran, I think that's a perfect position to stop. You know, I think we touched on everything there. You know, thanks for your time. Thanks for being back down there. You know, the guys have been great. And then we'll catch up on Sunday.
Yeah, so nice one.
Thank you.